Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all of you who have been viewing my videos. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, I like to thank you so much. And if you've not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like my videos. Make sure you inform my friends, share it to all of your friends so that you get to learn along. Yeah, today I've decided that I want to talk about a very crucial topic: how to prepare for your visa interview. Yeah, this will cut across whichever visa you're going for at the embassy. It can be work visa, it can be J1 visa, it can be a visit visa. There are things that you need to do. There's a way you need to prepare yourself as you go for a visa interview. That's what I'm going to talk about today, because I understand some of you are preparing for those of you who are coming for student visa. I know some of you are preparing for the spring intake, and you're now getting ready to go to the embassy. Some are still waiting for their I-20s, and even for the other individuals who are maybe working for their work visas, for their J1 visas, H1B visas, and all those. So there's a way you need to prepare for your visa, and this is what I want to tell you today. It is something that is based on experience. Yeah, what I did experience, even what some of my friends did experience. Yeah, and that's why I've decided I want to share it to you, so that in one way or another you can learn from it, and it can enable you to prepare well for your interview. So number one key important thing as you prepare for your visa, it is the documents. Yeah, this is a very important thing as you try to organize yourself for a visa interview. There are some documents that you will be required to have. Yeah, and these documents, some of them, they are very necessary. You'll have to go with original documents. Some of them you can go with a photocopy. Yeah, so that is what you need to have. Some of these documents include, for those people going for a F1 visa, you'll have to have filled your DS 160. Yeah, you'll need to have a bank statement. This cut across even for those coming for a visit visa and all that. Yeah, you need also to have an I-20. Yeah, to show that you have been accepted in a certain school. You need to have paid service fee. You need to have that passport. Yeah, the passport. Yeah, that, depending on the country that you come from. Yeah, if you come from Kenya, if you come from Rwanda, Uganda, you need to have the passport. Yeah. The next thing, you'll need to have passport photos. Yeah, there's a passport photos, and there's always some measurements of that photo that you always require. So you need to have it. You need to have your Form 4 certificate. For those coming for masters, you need to have your university transcripts. You need to have done your SAT scores. For those going for masters, there's an exam you'll need to have done depending on the school that you're going. So all these documents, you need to have them. You need to organize these documents earlier enough. In some instances, you'll be required to have your birth certificate. So make sure you consider carrying your birth certificate all along way as you prepare for your interview. And the next thing also you need to have, yeah, if you're going for an interview maybe, and your sponsor is maybe your parent, you need to consider taking maybe either their ID or the photocopy of their ID, just in case they might want to see a proof to show that this person is really your parent. Or you need to have your birth certificate also can show, yeah, that for sure this person is your parent. Yeah, at times they would want to verify everything there at the embassy. So it is better for you to have these documents. It is better for you to have organized them very well, so that in case they ask for anything, because nowadays they do ask for so many things, and if failure to have one document will land yourself in not gaining that visa approval. For those even going for a visit visa, there are some documents you need to have. Those going for H1B visa, get to organize your documents very well. Yeah, I've just been able to highlight to you just lightly what you need to have, but documents are very key in your preparation. So get to understand, which type of visa am I going for? Yeah, if it is an H1B, if it is a J1 visa, what are the documents that are required for me to have? You need to have listed them down very well. Get to organize them like 1 week or 2 weeks before you go for your interview, so that you'll be very much prepared for the interview. Number two thing you need to do, you need to schedule for an appointment. Yeah, once you have all the documents set, you need to schedule an appointment at the embassy. It depends, this will depend on the country that you come from. So make sure you book an appointment. Booking for an appointment always costs around $160. So you need to have that money in hand, like you need to have it early enough so that you can be able to go to the website, be able to pay for it. Nowadays, like in Kenya, you can use the M-Pesa. You can just do it at home, like so long as you have money in your M-Pesa account. You just go to the website, yeah, the embassy website. You get to pay for it. There's a place it will direct you to the M-Pesa. Yeah, if you're coming from maybe these other countries, yeah, there is a way it will show you on how you'll be able to do the transaction. Yeah, it's so simple. Get to book an appointment, and this appointment, at least book it early enough, yeah, so that you'll have time to prepare before you come here to America. So get to schedule an appointment and schedule it early enough. Yeah, this is something that I'm really advising you. Like I myself, I schedule an appointment like 2 weeks before, 2 months before the start of classes. So after going to the embassy, I had like a month for me to organize myself and to be able to arrive here and get to school. So get to book an appointment on a date that is very, very much convenient, and on a date, and on a time, on a specific time. Yeah, I know most people always book at 8 o'clock in the morning, some book at 7:30, some book at 9:30. In most cases, appointment always lasts from around 6:30 to around, yeah, 11:30 there. So get to have an appropriate time based for you, but I'll recommend you get to book early enough in the morning, like around 8:30. That's always the best time for you to book. At least you'll find those consulars, they are not that much exhausted. You can be able to share with them your experience and your need for you to get the visa. They'll be able to grant you a visa approval. Number three, very key thing, you need to pre-interview yourself. When I talk about pre-interview yourself, get to organize the possible questions that are always asked while going for that visa that you are going for. Like on my previous, yeah, videos, I've been able to share with you about the questions that are commonly asked for those people going at the embassy. And I've been able to also tackle on the question concerning those people who maybe they failed, maybe getting their F1 visa, and they are now going back. There are some questions that you can be asked if you are going for the second or third time. So get to write all these questions. If you are going maybe for a visit visa, for maybe a J1 visa, get to see commonly possible questions asked. Find somebody, yeah, you can find a friend of you. That friend can sit in front of you. That person can ask you, hello Brian, yeah, if it's an F1 visa, which school are you going, how did you know about the school? Then you get to be able to answer that person. This is something that will enable you to develop confidence, yeah, the time you'll be addressing yourself. So it is a very key thing for you to do, because as you get to be able to speak to someone, as somebody gets to ask you, you'll be able to see where you are, because you can't just wake up today and go for an interview if you're not prepared. In all interviews, you have to prepare yourself, and the best way for you to do it, get a friend, let that person ask you. Or if you cannot find somebody who can ask you these questions, you can get to a mirror every day. Wake up in the morning or in the evening, look at the mirror, ask yourself those questions and try to speak it out loud. This will enable you to develop your fluency. It will enable you to get to see, have you really understood what is the best approach for me to answer these questions? Yeah, that is the best way for you to go and prepare very much about it, and maybe be able to organize yourself in the best way possible, so that you can be able to win the confidence of the consular. Because once you'll be before the consular will want you to give answers that come from inside you. Yeah, if you do cram and you get to tense, yeah, when you get to tense or you get to fear and you get to be frightened that day, you'll find yourself, you'll forget everything. But if you had practiced, you know, even there's a proverb that say wisdom is what you remember after forgetting all. So if you had been practicing and practicing and practicing, even if you tend to be so much tensed, yeah, there's something that you'll remember because you'll have refreshed it in your mind over and over again. And as you'll be before the consular, you'll be thinking about that person who was doing for you an interview. You'll be seeing this consular like your friend, that friend of yours who was interviewing you that day. So make sure you get to be able to find someone who can interview you in the best way possible. And number four, it's concerning dressing code. Yeah, this is something very, very key. Dressing code while going to the embassy interview. Yeah, this is something that most people always ask, like, hey, well, how am I supposed to dress? Am I supposed to overdress this way? Am I supposed to look this way? Am I supposed to be official? Am I supposed to be non-official? Am I supposed to be this and that? So as you get ready for your interview, ensure you have that dressing code that you do love most. Yeah, in most cases you are not supposed like to overdress. Yeah, goes in a very, very simple way. Like I myself, I went in a very simple way. I just wore a khaki trouser, a shirt, a sweater, and I was ready to go. Yeah, some people I saw there, they were on suits. Some people there, like ladies, they were on dresses. Some of them, they were just on trousers and t-shirts. So it doesn't matter. Your dressing code, wear something you're comfortable with, but don't wear things that will, maybe they can scare the consular, because at some point dressing code can make you win the confidence of the consular. Like there's a friend of mine who whom the consular just told him, like the first thing when the consular saw him, he told him, hey friend, you look very smart. You know, that compliment instill in somebody self-confidence. So if a consular tells you that, you'll get to be more confident. Yeah, but in most cases, don't worry about the dressing. Wear something you are comfortable with. Yeah, don't wear something that once you get there you'll be like doubting yourself. I'm not used to wearing these clothes. I'm not using to wearing this style. Wear something you're comfortable on and look smart. Comb your hair well. If it's for the ladies, make sure you plait your hair well. Make sure you make it look neat. Yeah, and don't exaggerate wearing the earrings, bangles, and all that, because they might tell you to remove them. They get to scan them. Go simple, go natural, go just the you, go naturally. Be smart and approach that day, yeah, there at the embassy when you're good, when you're healthy, and you'll be able to get this visa be approved. The next thing is about arrival time. Arrival time is a very crucial thing. Yeah, in my past videos I've been talking more about time. You need to get to the embassy early enough. Yeah, in most cases, you'll be required to enter inside the gate 15 minutes before the time that you had scheduled an appointment. Yeah, if you had scheduled an appointment at 8:30, you'll be required to enter at the gate at around 8:15, because that 15 will enable, yeah, time for the security personnel to maybe frisk you up, to check if you have all the documents, to prepare you so that by exactly 8:30 at your appointed time, you'll be before the consular. So you need to get there early enough. Let's assume you are going for your interview at 8:30. You're supposed to enter the gate at around 8:15. So the best time for you to arrive there is at least around 7:30. Or if you get that much late, arrive at around 8 a.m. in the morning, so that this will give you, at least you'll have 20 minutes, 30 minutes to just, yeah, refreshen a bit, yeah, breathe in and out, cool down a bit, so that as you enter inside the gate, your mind will be prepared for what you'll expect while be inside. Yeah, you need to, you need to speak to your mind a bit. You need to let your mind cool off, yeah, to relax off a bit. Yeah, because you are going to a very serious interview, an interview that can change your life for good. So get there early enough. Number 6, I'm going to talk about language fluency. So while at the embassy, yeah, you'll be required to speak out, and in most cases you'll be required to speak using English, because that is a language that is spoken here in America mostly. Yeah, of course there is French, Spanish, but in most cases you'll be required, yeah, in most embassies you'll be required to speak in English. Yeah, so while there at the embassy, I know in some countries English is not the first language. So while preparing yourself to go to the embassy, don't worry about your language. As long as you understand that language, as long as you go and speak in a simple way possible, that the consular gets to understand you, it is okay. So don't worry. Yeah, most people always tend to worry, like, hey, I'm not that good in speaking well, in public speaking and all that. No, while there at the embassy, once you ask any question, just speak in the simplest way possible that you understand. That's why initially I talked about a pre-interview. When you get to prepare yourself with somebody, by that time you'll be going to the embassy, your mind will be prepared, yeah, to speak in a simple way possible, to give out the answers in the best approach possible. So get to be organized, don't worry about your language, go speak in the best way possible. The last thing is how you address yourself there. Yeah, the way you address yourself there really matters a lot. Yeah, this comes in the way you walk, in the way you ask questions. Yeah, I like to tackle something very key here on this point on how you need to address yourself well. So while the consular will be asking you questions, don't talk about things that she has not or he has not asked you about. Yeah, if you are asked something like, which school are you going? Just say, I'm going to this school. Don't say, I'm going to this school. It is located in this and this place. It is blah, 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 blah. That will put you in a very bad crisis that you'll find yourself. The consular will be scared, like, hey, yeah, this person is like controlling the conversation while I'm the person who is interviewing him or her. So once you ask a question, just be specific. What's your name? Say your name. Which school are you going? Specific. I'm going to this school. How did you know about the school? Online search. Or maybe I was linked by someone, or maybe I was referred by somebody, or what and what. So once you ask, be specific. If the consular asks you about a certain document, where is your I-20? Give the consular your I-20. Don't go ahead and give everything that you came with. No. If you ask about your Form 4 certificate, if you ask about your transcripts, if you ask about maybe your DS-160, your passport, just give the consular what she or he has asked about. So that's the best way for you to address yourself. Don't mess up yourself by giving out things you've not been asked, talking about things you've not been asked about. This will create suspicion on the eyes of the consular, and it can put you in a very, very bad situation, because the consular can doubt something about your information. Yeah, this person looks a bit suspicious. There is something wrong with this particular person. So get to approach yourself in that manner, and you'll find yourself eventually your visa will be approved. So guys, these are some of the key things, the key 7 things that I've decided today that I want to share with you, so that as you prepare for your interview, you need to consider all these factors. You need to consider preparing yourself in the best way possible, so that you will be able to gain your visa to be approved, because preparation is the key towards success of anything. Yeah, even athletes, even like I myself, I'm an athlete. As we always, if we know we have a race, like if this weekend we know we have a race to compete with some schools here, we'll have to prepare all a long way. There's a procedure that we'll have to prepare our bodies for, so that maybe by weekend, by Friday or by Saturday, we'll be ready to face the competition, and eventually By preparation, you'll find yourself winning or being among the top. So even as you prepare for the interview, you need to prepare yourself. As much as you've paid for your service, as much as you've paid for your appointment, as much as you've gotten a scholarship, as much as you've have everything there at hand. Preparation is key. Take it simple, prepare it very well, pray about it. Yeah, make sure you pray about it. Yeah, depending on the denomination you come from, pray about it, because you'll need God to be there for you. You will need strength, and this comes from God. You'll need good health. This comes from God, because that day you'll be required to present yourself in the best way possible. So you need good health. And there's something that I forgot to talk about that concerns what you eat. Make sure that day you eat very, very well. Yeah, because you are going for an interview, you'll need strength. Yeah, don't deny yourself food. I know some of you at that moment they'll be tensed, they'll be like, I don't feel like eating, I don't feel like I don't know what. Make sure you eat something good. You can eat some bananas and milk in the morning. Go there, you can drink tea, you can drink, yeah, eat something good, and go there with faith. And by faith, I know, I'm praying for you guys. By faith, I know you're going to get your visa to be approved. Yeah, and once your visa is approved, remember to thank God for it, because it is not easy. Some people have struggled so many times and they have not gotten it. But if you get it, thank God and use that visa very, very well. Yeah, once you get here, get to use that visa well. In future, get to help other people, get to share with other people on how you did it, and eventually you'll have touched somebody and somebody can be successful through your experience. So thank you guys. Be blessed.